So today, as you might have guessed by the title, we are going to be making a kitchen knife for a wedding. It's going to be fantastic. I have all the parts necessary, so here they are. This is a little out of the ordinary for this channel, but I used to make knives, so I thought I would make a video about that. So, first things first, the steel is 1095 high carbon, 1/8 inch thick, 2 inches by 36. We've got some babinga wood, which I've never used before, but should be pretty cool. I just picked it up. We've got a 1x1 by 1/2 inch piece of stainless. I've never drilled through stainless, so this should be an interesting experience. I've got a tiny little bit of mosaic pin left from a long time ago. We're going to use that for a single pin. I feel like we're going to do a hidden tang kitchen knife, which I've seen like some Japanese ones and they're pretty cool. We've got some cardstock to make a pattern. We've got a French curve because these things are cool and they help you make really nice lines. So we're going to go ahead and get started. You can see from the video, but that's what it's going to look like. It is going to be mostly like a combination of, I don't know, French and Japanese, and we're going to have hopefully a Hamon running through it. If that works out, it's going to be fantastic. Alright, there it is, drawn out on the steel. We're going to go ahead and cut that out and then start on it. But first I got to feed my dogs because it's time to eat. Warn you, I haven't cleaned this place in a while. I moved in and I've been working on cars and I haven't really gotten anything else done. So this is my knife making workshop, or anything else kind of workshop. It's just a mess. So this is it, and excuse the mess. So something I haven't told you guys is that this knife, so it's Monday today, and the knife has to go to a wedding on Saturday. So this should be fun. This is the knife profile so far. Probably need to clean these up with a file, but otherwise I'm about to go scribe the center line of this, so it's 1/8 inch. So if I use an 1/8 inch drill bit along here, it should give me the center line, and then go ahead and start grinding it. It should be easier to grind than most because there's no bezels involved. We're just going all the way up, which is in itself also a pain in the ass. So we'll see. Alright guys, so we have the blade, it's up to 400 grit. There's a couple small scratches. I know it's easier to take them out now, but I'm on a tight budget, not budget, I'm on a tight time frame. So we're going to go ahead and clay this blade, and we'll get started on that. Alright, so one of the issues that we have is that this pin isn't actually fitting inside of this hole. As you can see, so what we're going to do, we're going to measure the pin. And it says it's 1/4 of an inch, and it might just be. So we're going to go enlarge this just a hair. I'll be right back. Alright, so it was, actually the edges of the pin were, I don't know, it's this rag on the edge of the pin. I'm cutting it, so that fits now. It's obviously a lot better to do that now than before the blade is hardened if I do need to make any corrections to this hole. So we're going to go ahead and clear the blade. I've cut out a template of the blade. So what I'm going to do is figure out a nice pattern for the Hamon and then apply this to it, and then I'll do both sides. So. I have to wipe this blade down with acetone before I draw on it or do anything else, because if I go to wipe it down now, it's going to be all gone. So that's what I'm going to do. A little bit of an issue. It turns out if you leave oven cement for, I guess, over a year, it doesn't work anymore, or it doesn't like to go back. So we got it like a milkshake consistency with some big old chunks in it. I'm going to try to apply that, and hopefully we can get the same results. I don't have the time to drive to Flagstaff and get more of this stuff. I don't know where to get it locally. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do. And here we go. That's about the best we can do. Usually when I do it, I give it about 1/8 of an inch thick, and that seems to work. I don't think this is going to work, but it may, and it's not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to let that sit, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with the Alright, so we are going to heat the knife up to non-magnetic and then quench it in the oil. And hopefully it all works out. File and test it. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is hard and that's not that hard. So I think we got our Hamon to work. I don't know if you can see that. Probably too bright. But anyway, there's a definite pattern. Probably from the mill scale, but that's fine. Not mill scale, just scale in general. So we're gonna put it in the oven for 400 degrees for a while. Try not to drop it because it'll shatter. We should be up. In the oven, we're gonna do 1 hour. And you can see, we're gonna do an hour like that. Pull it out. Let it cool down, then put it in for another hour, and that should be it tempered. So, you guys try it. Alright, so there is a super rough mock-up of what it's going to look like when it's done. We still have to grind the blade. It's only like 120 grit. We got the handle super roughed out. I was going to use stainless, but turns out super hard to drill through, super hard to everything. Stainless sucks. I'm going to stick to brass. So there it is. I'm going to solder that brass guard on. It's not actually straight, which is slightly worse, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That is the blade up to 600 grit. I'm gonna clean it off, and a lot of knife makers will like run it sideways. Sandpaper. I don't have time to do that, so that's it. Just a couple scratches. I also have a 1200 grit. I might finish it off with once I put the handle on it, but that's the majority of it. So you may also be wondering, like, hey, why are you using electrical salt or soda, however you say this shit. Anyway, fact is, I don't have any pipe solder, which is I think what you're supposed to use. Alright, so that part is pretty much done. I still gotta clean that up a little, but I'm gonna go ahead and glue the rest of the handle on and let it sit because I have to go to school. So. Morning YouTube. It is now Thursday and we have some work to do this night. So, went a little wild with the epoxy, but that's fine. We are gonna clean this up and make it pretty. Alright guys, so there it is. I'm thinking, actually if you catch it just the right light, you can see the Hamon here, which is very pretty. I am going to go get a buffer from Harbor Freight and learn how to buff. And I'm going to buff this out because there's very small scratches in it and I don't like them. So I'm going to try and get rid of those and I'll catch up with you when I'm back. Going in for round 2. Alright, so moment of truth, gonna work. Looks like it did. Gonna go clean that up, but you can definitely see the contrast. Oh, that's awesome. It so far. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see that, but they So just using some steel wool. Hope it's on. Yep, it's working. Alright, so just using some steel wool, we're cleaning this up. Chemistry reviewing quote unquote Hamon. So, like I said earlier, it's got an interesting bend to the blade. Maybe. I can kind of see it. Cool. So, anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go buy some tongue oil now. And we'll finish out this handle. We should be done with it after we put an edge on it. So, hopefully you can see all. Alright, so we went to Ace and we bought this stuff. Form Breeze Tongue Oil Finish, High Gloss. So we're going to try it. I've never tried this before, but it is a treat in store. Got all the oil off, and here we go. Might just put this like this. Alright. There we go. To the handle. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, I will catch up with you guys in just a little bit. So as you can see, that Hamon came out beautiful. Put some teak oil, or not teak oil, tongue oil on the handle, and it is looking good. So what we're going to do now is put an edge on this. And we're going to use the slack part of the belt, and I just watched a video on it, and it should be good to go. Leather lifting belt that I am going to strap the knife onto. Alright, so I kept working on it a little bit more and we got it pretty sharp, so hopefully you can see that. I mean, this paper is pretty easy to cut, but it is quite sharp, to be honest. So I'm going to call that done. I'm going to put another coat of oil on it, and we'll have ourselves a completed knife. Sorry about the darkness, I had to close the door. But that's it. That's how you make a kitchen knife if you've got a very expensive belt grinder. So.